Hi and welcome to this live currency strength indicator table video with me, John, on this Monday the 13th of February. Here you can see we have two types of tables in front of us. We have the trend traders table and the day traders table. This is showing us the same studies but just highlighting different time frames. You can see some of the currencies are highlighted in green. That means there is a confluence between those two trading time frames, and that's where we'll be looking to focus our attention in these videos. So what are they showing us today? Well, it's showing us that the Canadian dollar tops both the tables, being S1. The yen is the weakest currency at the moment, being W1 on both tables. And this is where we're going to focus some attention today on CAD yen in particular. We can see that the Swiss franc is the third strongest currency on both tables. However, on the trend traders, on the weak side of things, we've got pound as the second weakest and the euro as the third weakest. They are swapped around on the day traders, with the euro being the second weakest currency and the pound being the third weakest. Now, like I said, I'm going to focus on CAD yen. This is the highlighted currency pair at the moment, topping both of those tables, meaning that the momentum really is with CAD yen to the upside at the moment. We did have a look at EURCAD last week, and I'll jump onto that chart a little bit later on because it performed exactly how we expected in our previous analysis. So good to show you what we planned out there and what happened. But if you are looking for a trending forex pair today, then it's going to be CAD yen. Just to remind you that the tables auto update every 15 minutes 24/7, meaning that our members can access these tables and see how the markets stand in real time. So let's jump straight into CAD yen. Why we focused on that? Because the tables are telling us that the momentum is with CAD yen to the upside, and we can see how price is reacting here on this weekly time frame. So why is price moving from this area? Well, it could be down to multiple different reasons. Technically, however, we've most recently come into a trend line retest. So this trend line spans all the way back from February 2020, and I've extended it through these lows in here, and you can see that every time price has come into this trend line, it has respected it so far, and that's the same here. Price has come into this level and we're starting to see a rebound from it now. What we did have in the market most recently was the market topped out at the 110 handle. We had this like double top within this bullish channel. Price, ever since breaking through that bearish channel and the double top neckline, has really just continued to trade lower. We've been quite aggressive to the downside. So I think price is now going to come and try and fill this area where price has traveled through quite quickly. You can see we've got the 200 moving average up here as well. So lots of resistance ahead, which could be targets for buyers in this market currently. Now, if I go to the daily time frame and just zoom out slightly, you can see in a little bit more detail that price has been in a sort of minor trading range between the sort of 95 handle and sort of this 99 handle in here. We've been pretty much range bound through that area. Price, however, at the moment is looking to break through that range high now. So I think if we were to trade through the range high, it could open the door for a move up to the 102 handle. If we trade through that, we've got the 200 moving average. We've even got the 104 spot 50 up here as well, which is that double top neckline. So that would be a good area to look for targets on the way up to this point. Now, if we go down to the 8-hour time frame, I've just highlighted a couple more interesting levels. Now, the 101 handle, you can see, has been used as resistance all the way through here, through December. We've traveled down from this area now. I would expect price to come and retest that 101. So if you are a day trader, you're looking for the momentum to take you up to that 101 handle. What I would say at the moment is that we need to be a little bit cautious, only because we're trading through the highs of a range as well. You can see I've placed a couple of trend lines here showing us that the market is working within a minor bullish channel within this range. So what I really want to see is price clear this area, because if it can clear this area with the momentum, let's say we get a close outside of this area, maybe even a secondary close, which forms as a bit of a reversal candle. If price then was to trade back to the high of the range, we could look for continuations to the upside. Even if it comes back within this area here, you can see we had a consolidation before price broke out. Maybe price will want to come down, retest this zone, and then continue higher as well. But what is crucial for me is getting those closes outside of this zone, because what it will tell me is that buyers are accepting higher prices, and I'd want to see price trade higher at that point. So keep your eye on CAD yen, definitely one to watch. Now, because we're looking at CAD yen, I do want to just raise your attention to dollar yen. Dollar yen has also recently broken out of an area, and we featured dollar yen last week, and we looked for long ideas around this level at the 130 spot 50 handle, or we talked about the potential for 128 spot 75. Now, we didn't quite make it there. Price tried to break through and head lower. It got rejected. Buyers pushed price back above the 130 spot 50 handle, and ever since we've just traded higher. Price has broken higher, but we're now coming into an area of resistance, which are these previous highs. So this is why I say we need to be a little bit cautious with yen at the moment, just because dollar yen is approaching this area of resistance. But we could then expect maybe a move back down to the 131 spot 50 handle, which are the highs of the range where price may want to continue and push higher. But just to want to make you aware that dollar yen is one to watch as well, because we're breaking out through this area. It's just that the momentum is not necessarily with the US dollar at the moment. It's with this yen move and with the Canadian dollar. So just bringing your attention back to the tables, last week we pointed out EURCAD as an opportunity to get short. So I want to show you how that performed, because using the tables has helped us find a forex pair to trade, a trending forex pair in the shape of EURCAD. Now, what we highlighted last week was when price started to trade through this area here, we highlighted two areas of resistance. One was the 1 spot 44.50. The other was the 1 spot 45.16. Now, I said ideally we'd want that deeper retracement just because of the reward to risk ratio. So you had 130 pip stop with a 270 pip target. However, I did say we could look for some opportunities and look for some bearish price action around this area. Now, when I say that, what I'm talking about is looking at going into a lower time frame and seeing if the makeup or the structure of the market is starting to change. We targeted the 1 spot 42.50 handle, which you can see has acted as resistance. We're expecting further downside to the 142. It's just that the 1 spot 42.50 was the first point of support. So if I actually just go down into an hourly time frame here, I just want to show you that the structure of the market began to change. And what I mean by that is you can see that the market starts creating higher lows into the level in here. We then go sideways, and then price starts to produce a lower low. We then go sideways again. The momentum is then with the Canadian dollar, and prices continued to the downside. So what you really want to look for around these conditions, around these levels of interest, is the market structure to change. Now, if I go down even lower, let's try even a 15-minute time frame, you can begin to see that price starts to squeeze within that level there. Really, the key lows were around about 1 spot 44.30 at that point. We trade through those levels, we come out very aggressive bearish engulfing candle, and price then falls 176 pips. The reason why I say look for that kind of setup is because from a reward to risk ratio, you could have had a 40 pip stop loss with a 175 pip target, rather than the higher one which we were looking at before with a 200 pip stop, 200 pip target, or if it came into this area with the 140 and the 260. So just to make you aware, nice move there, nice 200 pip drop from that point, which we were looking for. So I expect EURCAD to continue to the downside. But like I said, momentum in the market from the tables is with CAD yen. I'm going to be looking to see if price can trade outside of this range here and move up towards the 102 handle. Thanks for watching this video update. I look forward to speaking to you in the next one. And yeah, have a great trading day.